Hey, so we're out here today. We're doing a review and wet test on this pre-owned boat here. This is a 1999 Malibu Sportster. This is a classic, folks, especially for you kids out there. This boat actually was original owner that we purchased late last year. I believe my dad sold this to the original owner way back in 1999. One owner, very low hours on it, kept here on the lake. Guy skied with it occasionally, but uses sort of a fun boat and uses wave runner more often. But really a fun, true ski boat. Now, this is not a wakeboard boat or one, like a contemporary water sports boat. This is a true ski boat. So if you're interested in slalom skiing or barefooting, this is the boat for you. And I'm not the biggest water sports enthusiast, but I kind of get what these boats are meant for. And man, this thing is meant to go skiing off of. It is a fun little boat as well, though. As you're going to see, we're going to put this thing through its pace. It's fun to drive. There's hardly any freeboard on this thing. So rip, there's the water right there. It literally is sitting there. When we look out the bow, you're going to see you are on the water. Very boaty. This is going to be a fun boat to review. It's not going to be a long walkthrough because there's just not a lot to this boat. But if you're looking for a true barefooting or slalom ski boat, just a sporty little vessel, this would be it. And of course, there's not much of a price tag on this because it is in 1999, but it is just about to antique status, I guess, right? I guess it is. I guess it would be antique, 25 years old. Either way, when you're sitting at the helm, this thing feels like a rocket ship. I am sitting low on the ground. I can just see through my windscreen. I've got a little foot plate down here and I am locked and loaded in this thing. I've got all my instruments for me: engine temp, voltmeter, oil pressure, fuel gauge, RPMs, as well as tandem speedometers. And then of course, bilge blower, some of your basic stuff in here as well. But this is just a fun boat. We're out of the no wake zone. So we're just gonna get into it a little bit. And it just jumps right up on plane. And there is no bow rise with this thing. It just doesn't do it. This thing is powered by a 350 Indmar. So it's carbureted. It's just kind of classic power. And I'm just up on plane running, 13, 14 miles an hour. It's just direct prop in the water, and it's 350, so it has giddy up if you want to give it to it, because it's a 350 in a 19-foot boat. What do you expect? And of course, from turning and handling, it's it's a lot of fun. This boat will carve things up. Just has some great pickup. Right now, I'm only going 20 miles an hour or so. But there's a lot left in it, and it's nice fun with a 350 V8 that just roars. Just out the stern as we're running this thing is just take a look at the wave back there. And again, we're around 23 miles an hour. I'm just going to kick it up to that high 20 mark, and you can just see how flat that wave is, especially once you get back 30, 40 feet or so. It gets rather smooth, which is what folks are looking for. Key-toe pylon here in the center, which really removes any chance of who's sitting at the stern there. So this is really a three-seater. Two over here in the passenger, one as a driver, and then of course one back in the water. This boat does have a couple other features for us to check out while we're on here. Again, pretty cool cockpit seat. Like I said, you're sitting in there like you're in a rocket. A lot of space here for, put your skis on the ground. There's also some storage up at the bow, which I'll show you. No real storage at the stern here. This thing does have a full ski platform. It is teak, which is kind of cool. Again, this is a 1999. No boarding ladder or anything because you really don't need it because it's literally sitting right there at the water level. So it's easy to get in and out on the water. It does have a pylon back here as well. So again, if you want to bring up more people, go tube and things of that nature, you can ski off here as well. This way you can fill up these back seats. Again, this really is a ski or water sports workhorse. I'll just throw back my cushion. This is probably not for folks with bad backs or not a good core, because getting in and out of these chairs, you are getting up off the floor. This does have storage up here under the deck. A little storage under here, and then space for skis and such under the bow. Again, this is not a storage monster. Access to your bow as well, which might be useful, when you're tying up and things of that nature. Otherwise, there's not much you're doing up here. Just maybe setting your anchor. And as I said, this thing is powered by a 5.7 liter Indmar, so 350 carbureted, but just makes it fun. Easy to work on, of course. So I think one of the biggest things folks say about this boat is it's just fun to drive. I'm gonna take this thing out for a spin. Anybody who's owned these things, tested these things, they're all gonna tell you the same thing. It's a fun boat.